to another episode of the Knobheads. This is your host, David Ekunno, and
Charlie Miller. Did it again.
Did it again.
They don't even know, but I know. And you know. And that's all that counts.
I don't know shit.
You know. You are shit.
We actually are coming back after many fucking failed attempts of getting this fucking software to work.
It's all good, though. We got it now. And this is... now. It's going to be the best episode we've ever done. Okay? So it's a good thing we got it now, huh?
Exactly. Like, you should be grateful. On your knees, you peasants.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, he said that. I didn't say that.
Who? I think this ain't no ASMR video. You ain't gotta lick your lips extra loud and suck your teeth and shit. Like, ugh.
They don't like that?
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
All right, what are we talking about today?
Before we was really interrupted by the software, gender roles.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Gender roles. So I know we left off, like, I was talking about, how do you feel about gender roles in general? Like, you know, when they have the traditional gender roles of men being the protector, the provider, women being the nurturer, the stay-at-home person who cooks, cleans, this, that, and the other, and them listening to the man as being the head of the household because he's not only the breadwinner, but also, I guess, the one who is physically looked at as being a bigger, better person and stuff, so he should be the head of the household. Those traditional old-time gender roles. Like, how do you feel about gender roles in general with nowadays?
I was with you until better. The man is the bigger person because, of course, he's just physically bigger and he's stronger and he can take on more physical responsibility. I think, your relationship is your relationship. Whatever you want to do with it is what you want to do with it. I'm more of a traditional kind of guy, so I do enjoy the idea of me being more of a man's man, while my chick is going to be like a lady in those traditional rights as well.
So sexist.
I mean, call me sexist, but that's what I want. And I think we really, like, our biologies acquiesce to the idea really well. I think under it all, like, this whole social wave of women wanting to be completely equal to men and do everything men want to do, if everything happened to that end where, like, women are half of women, or half of the bricklayers are going to be women, half of construction workers are going to be women are paying for dinner as well now. It's not that fun. I kind of like it being unequal. I kind of like it that we have to pay for dinner, or we have certain responsibilities that we that kind of fall onto us, even though they're kind of a sacrifice. But then there's also the particular responsibilities, like being more nurturing, being more supportive, taking care more of the family, if it swings that way, that women take. And I think we complement each other really well like that. So I want my relationship to have more of that kind of traditional theme. But if my lady wants to work, it's 2019, it's almost 2020, let her work. So I'm kind of liberal in the choices that you have. Like, everyone should be able to do whatever they want, but I do want to keep certain traditional values in my relationship because I just like how it works like that. I like how a man and a woman in the traditional sense come together. There's a nice, I don't know, there's just a nice complementarity to it. How about you?
I mean, for the most part...
You trying to be a bitch?
I mean...
You trying to get pegged? Be honest.
For the most part...
Tell the truth.
I get what you're saying, but I feel like it's tradition. It's ironic, actually. It's tradition for things to change. So, because nothing stays the same. I feel like a big part of why things were that way, like 50 years ago, 100 years ago, whatever, is because of the drastic, sexist, obvious, like, world we had lived in, as far as, like, women, like, 100, 150 years ago, like, weren't seen as nowhere near as like you can never do what a man do. So of course he's gonna go out and have the job at the factory, at the train rail yard, at this, that, and the other, while you stay at home and you just cook and clean and stuff. So of course he's automatically the breadwinner, and obviously he's bigger and stronger, so he's the protector. This, that, and the other, da da da. And just throughout history in general, men were looked at as the more superior creatures. Like they would say, which is ironic, actually, what I'm about to say, because a lot of women be in the kitchen, but throughout history and whatnot, there was this thing to where men were considered the greatest chefs in the world and stuff, and this, that, and the other. And just
they've been considered by who? The greatest chefs.
Well,
I know the most famous chefs have been men.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Most famous / greatest, because perspective is everything. But like, it's just been throughout history a whole world of like men being this, that, and the other. Like it's so great, and women, for the most part, almost being like a life secretary, like nothing but an assistant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't. But what I'm saying is, times have changed. Like we've not only not been as sexist as we were in the past, but also we've learned that hey, like when it comes to accounting or when it comes to all these other jobs that don't require a lot of physical labor, hey, a woman can be just as effective as a man, or maybe even more, whatever. So it's like,
yes,
yeah, like nothing wrong with a woman going half up on like bills and stuff and all that. Nothing wrong with a woman who, the man wants to take you out, he takes you out or whatever, 2-3 dates, 4th date. Nothing wrong with a woman paying on that 4th date and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like gender roles can start to more so be a little bit more equal, not completely equal, but a little bit more equal, a little bit more understandable.
Yeah, a bit more fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to absorb what you just said. You said that women can pay for the like a 4th date or something like that, like a little bit of give and take, but it sounds like you're more still siding towards traditional values, but there's just there's a little bit
give your example how I'm siding toward traditional.
Because you said men are still paying for the dinners, but maybe on the 3rd or 4th date, the woman grabs her wallet. And men are still working like the kind of the tough physical jobs, but the ones that aren't so physical, women are kind of reaching into those industries. Am I giving a good representation of what you're saying?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But I do think our psychologies just naturally do favor tradition. I think a lot of times, like, tradition is there for a reason. A lot of times we like say society constructed this or society constructed that, or tradition this and the old way of doing it. But like a lot of times they're there because naturally people decided it to be that way because it kind of suits our biology or suits our psychology.
Go ahead.
Let me explain. So
I'm definitely about to argue that point down, but go ahead.
Because, I mean, tradition between men and women started from caveman days, dude. Mm-hmm. It started from when men used to go outside and gather resources and women used to stay at home and watch the offspring. And it makes more sense for our biology to work like that, or our physicalities, because men are the stronger, the more vicious, the more aggressive gender. Would you agree?
Yeah.
And women are actually are biologically developed better to take care of offspring, and that's biological because, I mean, the fact that firstly the fact that they actually grow the newborn in their womb gives them a certain attachment that we don't have as men. They're more agreeable. They're more able to take care of something like a child, which is fucking God knows fucking annoying half the time. But they can deal with that better than a man can. Let a fucking caveman snap out in rage one time and just club that baby on the head. It's gone.
So can a woman. It's a baby, nigga.
Yeah, it can. But like women are better. Females are better evolved to not be aggressive to a child, basically.
It's actually the opposite. You ever heard of postpartum depression?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're aggressive to the child. That means they're aggressive to themselves.
No, they're also aggressive to the child. You need to do more research. It's kind of scary, actually. It's actually normal, quote unquote, to some form of fashion for the woman to not only feel like her life is over and this, that, and the other and stuff, but to also think like, do I need this baby? Should this baby even be here? Da 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 da, and all that, like, all that type of shit.
Like, that's interesting. But from what I can tell, I have heard of that term, but I didn't know that it actually applies to the baby and it not the woman not wanting the baby to be there either. But from what I can tell, across the board, generally, women they're able to.
I think you're trying
they're more able to take care of a child than a guy is, naturally.
No.
Yes. First of all, they have breasts that they can feed the child naturally, so that's one leg up already. Is that not a leg up? Can your tits shoot milk? Because you do have tits.
I do.
Can they shoot milk?
No.
There you go. Listen, you're already a notch down. What's more?
But what you said automatically put you 10 notches down, because that doesn't necessarily make women more better or more suited.
It makes their biology better suited to take care of a child. Yes, it does, because they can naturally feed a child. We don't have that natural ability to feed a child.
Okay, so a woman providing breast milk to a baby, like through just her own body, period, yes, they can do that. Men cannot. But that literally is the only thing.
I think naturally their psychological traits, or the traits that tend to be more geared towards female psychology, are better for taking care of a child, like being more agreeable.
No, I don't feel that way. I think that like it's all about, of course, circumstance not only of how the parent was raised and how they interact with children.
Yeah, definitely. I think it switches. I don't think it's completely one and one across the board, but I think there's a tendency to lean one way. Like if you had two best friends, okay? Let's just say an average girl is a best friend and an average guy best friend. Mm-hmm. Okay. And you have a dog, like you have Whiskey, or you have a child, and for whatever reason you can't be there for a weekend. Who are you, if you had to pick one, who are you leaving your child with?
Whether a man or woman? Depends upon who I trust more.
Let's say you trust them about the same.
Honestly, like...
They both have the same work schedule, so they're both going to be in the house as much as each other. And you're just thinking about, okay, well, is it going to be...
Whoever answered the text first at that point. I don't care. If I trust them
If you had to pick one.
Whoever answered the text first. That's if I had to pick one.
If God said, no, you have to pick one. We answered the text at the same time. Or you read them.
That's literally impossible.
Or you read them 2 hours later,
Once
but
again,
they both arrived.
Impossible.
They both arrived at 6:17. Not literally impossible. That could happen.
You can read two text messages at the same time.
No, like
that's what I'm saying. No
you're
matter
saying
if they arrived at the same time.
Get the fuck,
exactly.
dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Stop.
I don't. If you not understanding my concept of trust, like I don't care. You're trying. What you're trying to do.
I'm trying to demonstrate something to you.
No, you're not trying to demonstrate something. What you're trying to do is trying to passive aggressively force my train of thought towards who you picking.
I'm trying to demonstrate something to you because this is real, and you, for whichever reason, want to ignore the fact that it's real. That women just have... There's something about women that makes them, on average, more naturally... more naturally perceived to take care of children better. And that's probably also why the law system favors them as well, in terms of custody of children. It's probably something to do with it. Something about women, dude.
No. Like, what I can give you,
dude,
is the fact that women, like, obviously it takes two to make a baby, but women can feel a little bit more attached because they carried it for 9 months. They carried it for 9 months. Like the baby was literally eating off what they ate. like
And that's
kicking
not
them
a small thing.
XYZ.
And we don't have
Yeah,
that.
it's not at all. Women
There's that, and then there's the breast
their
milk.
pregnancy and labor and stuff is definitely not a small thing at all.
Yeah. Then there's the breast milk as well.
But what I'm saying is, I'm also a firm believer up in that there are men out there who can take care of a child with just as much love and nurtureness and all that stuff, like as a woman.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that fact, but I think on average, for whatever reason, women tend to be more nurturing. I mean, women are more nurturing by their nature, right? They say women are more nurturing, men are more about discipline and I guess aggression and whatnot. But
Question:
women are
do
more
you
nurtured
think
by
we
nature.
naturally like that, or do you think society has made us like that?
I think both. I think we are naturally like that. Like I said, that's exactly what I mean. Like when people say society has made you like that, I mean society was born of human beings. So I think
So you're saying our natural instincts put us in these gender roles?
yeah, and I think society, because it's born from human beings, has only perpetuated them. It's just made them a bit stronger, maybe. But
So
I
you're
think naturally,
saying
for sure.
So you're saying, in general, society has put it along the right path. It's just that sometimes it can go a little too far.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, you see similar gender roles with animals. I think in a lot of animals.
Literally, lions. The females do all the hunting.
As in, you're saying that's a reverse.
The females do the hunting. The only time the males ever actually fight
Is when they're protecting the family. Like if something comes to the household.
But no, it's more so. Yeah, every now and then when they protect them, but the females will fight with the male. But the only time the males will only fight, just the males, is when they're actually being challenged by another male for the pride.
Yeah, but also we can look this up. But I think the male is the primary fighter when they're protecting the family. The lion is still the protector. It's just that the lioness is the provider. That's what it is. But in human society, it's men are the protector and the provider. So that is kind of a weird.
Why is that?
It's something to do with energy.
When the male lion is literally bigger and faster, why is that?
It's to do with I'm not sure if the male lion is faster. It's to do with the energy that it takes for the lion because they're so big.
Do you think the male is stronger than the female lion?
Yeah, they are. Like if the lion male went out to do the hunting, then it wouldn't be a very efficient process because they'd be losing energy for the strongest member of the household or whatever, or the pride, and you want that person at your front door when someone who's actually formidable comes to try and eat the babies. So you want to save the strongest person to fight predators or like real threats, whilst the lioness, because they're still strong, they can go out and hunt and prey on prey, because prey isn't a real threat. It's just food. It's talking about gazelles and shit. Like I'm fucking it up. I'm paraphrasing, but I've heard it explained pretty well.
Okay, it's something we're both not too knowledgeable about, so we can't just.
Yeah, we'll Google it later. But yeah.
Wait, we'll Google it?
Google it, yeah.
You said Google it. You sound like you didn't even say the second G. We'll Google it later.
Yeah, I'm not from here, and I'm going to plead the fifth, even though I'm not from here.
Isn't it?
Oh, I'm not from here, dude. Been here 5 years. Fuck you. Fuck Brandon. And fuck you. Fuck you guys that go, say that again. Say that. You know how I talk. This is how I talk. You know what? The other day, right? And I've been telling this to fucking everyone.
It's water, not water.
Oh, did I tell you this?
It's water. It's literally a T in it.
Yeah, the other day.
Water, not water.
Dude, I give up. I go to a drive.
Speak fucking English, real English.
I go to okay.
He wants to say it.
Buttons. You gotta push them or what? Okay. You gotta push all the buttons. Fuck, dude. Okay, so I go to a drive-through. Fuck me. Yeah, and you know, I'm doing my standard order. I'm ordering like a fat shit. I'm probably at Wendy's or some bullshit like that. And I go, you know, I want to be a little bit, you know, a little bit healthy, so I'm gonna get a water with it. And I say I want a water, and then they go, huh? And I go, water. But the way I said it, I realized like I'm not even mad anymore. I just accept that this is what it is, and this is just how I have to be. I might just start like I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna start saying water. When I go to a restaurant, I'll say water between my friends because fuck you guys and you guys will never defeat me. But when I go to a restaurant, if I order a drink, I'm just gonna say water. It's so dumb. Like having to fucking say water every time, knowing I'm gonna be asked what the fuck I just said. I'm just gonna say water. Fuck it. Be weird ordering that. Yeah, I'll get the chicken fillet, please, and to drink water.
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 It ain't even water. It ain't even like
Take
that,
that chicken fillet, some
It's
fries
just
on the
not
side. Can I get some extra sauce and no
Can I
water?
get some water? Can I get some water?
Water?
There
Get
you
some water?
There you go. Can I get some water? It's a T in it.
I don't give a fuck what's in it.
You
dude.
say it like it's WAUR, like what?
Dude, I made the language, alright? That's it, no more. I put the gavel down, that's it. We made the language. You guys just plagiarized it. Do you understand me?
Do you understand when people make a language better?
Like when?
Like us?
Give me another time that's happened.
That we've made a language better?
That anyone's made a language better.
Beside
Your
English?
and I'm gonna say something that's slightly offensive. But you know what? I've already opened the floodgates, alright? I can't go back now.
Sound like? You sound
Do you know
like
what I'm
that
gonna say?
kid. You sound like the kid was like, "Don't make me say it. I'll say it. Nobody cares you broke your arm." You seen that video?
But that's true.
Oh my god! It was like this nerd. He was like, "Don't make me say it. I don't care that you broke your arm." I was like, "What the fuck?"
You made me say it. I can't take it back now. That's funny. I haven't seen that video, but that's still jokes. What's been going on? Other than the fucking impeachment. What's been going on?
Well, shit. R.I.P. Juice World. Yeah, a young kid just had turned 21. Actually, I think last week Monday, and he died from a seizure that's allegedly from maybe him popping some mysterious pills right beforehand. He
wasn't juicing?
Up and coming artist or rapper who, had a lot of songs. Got famous off one song about basically heartbreak, but and a lot of his music he did talk about like drugs and whatnot. So
About doing them?
I believe so.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know if he glorified it or if he was the type that just talked about, oh, I did it because I'm at such a down place in my life. But
yeah. I was thinking that on the way in. I was thinking like there are people that that we know of that have died, and like it's kind of cliche and it's kind of hacky, but at the same time it is kind of true that it's kind of a blessing that we are here in its own way. And whatever a blessing means to you, to me a blessing might not mean the same thing to other people because my faith is a little bit shaky these days. But it's kind of it's important in some way that we are here, which is kind of crazy. That we still get to do what we do in this world and find some sort of effect that we can make on it. But yeah, you want to do like a question time thing this is like a frenzy of questions that I've kind of built for if we have a guest to get to know them in a weird way, but we can try on the podcast with you because why not? Your stomach looks like you are in 16 beers right now. You been drinking? You've been drinking. All right, here we go. You ready?
yeah.
It's got to be rapid fire though, yeah? So you answer the questions fucking quick. All right, you ready? Don't think about it. I'm going to move on to the next question. If you say something embarrassing, it's all good. We're going to move on to the next question. Have you sent a dick pic?
Yes.
Have you received a dick pic?
No.
Have you cheated on anyone?
No.
What's your favorite part of sex?
Head.
what kind of guy do you know? What kind of guy do you normally fall for? What the kind of guy that gives you head? What kind of girl do you normally fall for?
Fuck you, bitch.
Moving along. What kind of girl do you normally fall for?
Usually someone who is kind, super funny, and super
cool. What's the weirdest porn you've ever seen, but not been? Oh yeah, what's the weirdest porn you've ever seen but not been turned on by?
I seen this girl getting fucked, and then she turned around, and all of a sudden she had a dick, so I had to turn off the fucking shit. Oh, tranny porn.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Dude. That bait and switch. That bait and dick. What's your favorite accent? What accent turns you on the most in a girl?
Like sexual or like in general?
In general. And then sexual.
Okay, in general, it's probably like services, or like, you know, they got love languages or whatever. So acts of service, and then
what accent?
Oh, accent.
Yes, je ne sais quoi.
Turns me on. Oh,
N'importe quoi.
And a girl, probably
Scottish.
it would be
You got that Scottish fucking dick in your butt.
a little bit of a Louisiana accent, probably.
Baby, interesting. Yeah. Very interesting. So, what would you go for French?
French is cool.
Bravo, man. You like me, Charlie? You like me?
Cool. Oh, and also like the little poppy or that shit.
Little Latina, little Spanish stuff.
Yeah.
First time you masturbated, how old were you?
I want to say maybe
roughly
13, 14.
How did you figure it out? Like, what did you do? Were you just on your bed, just like fucking trying to get comfortable, and you went
looking at porn?
No, is it
looking at porn? Yeah.
So you found porn before you first masturbated?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if the chicken or the egg came first for me. Like, I don't even.
He's like, what came first, the egg or the chicken? Like,
I know the first time I, masturbated, there was no porn involved. Like, I didn't even know what was going on. I was just on my bed. I think I was upset, like crying or something. This isn't about me. When did you lose your virginity? 17. First heartbreak. 17.
Yeah. No, for real. Yeah.
She was like, that was shit sex. Get the fuck out. Is that it?
So I was in love with this girl, but then like she had cheated on me or whatever, so we had like broke up, kind of took a break and stuff. And in the middle of that, I started like having feelings for this other girl, and I ended up losing my virginity to the other girl.
Oh, so you were in love with the girl before you had sex? Yeah. The first girl was before you had sex. That's mad.
Yeah, so yeah. You get why I answered the question like that now?
Yeah. Now I do. Now I got context.
Yeah.
But that's mad. Now it's mad looking back, but before I guess you could fucking love a girl before, like, without sex. But now it feels like, why would you feel that deeply for a girl?
If I ain't even been that deeply in her, like,
Alright, one thing you wish you knew growing up. I typed that out wrong. What advice would you give to yourself?
Like sexually or just in general?
In general.
I would probably say to be patient.
Word or phrase that you said wrong for far too long?
Probably
water.
Hella? I don't know, hella?
Water. You should have been saying water all the time. Dinner with anybody in the whole world, who would it be?
Dead or alive?
Alive.
Alive. Give me dinner with... Damn, that's such a hard one. Give me dinner with Drake.
Yeah, boy. What triggers you?
Disrespect.
What scares you?
Me leaving the earth without leaving a mark.
Just piss on the floor.
You ain't shit.
If you wrote a book about your life, what would be the most compelling chapter be about? What would the most compelling chapter be about?
The most compelling chapter would be about when my son came into my life.
Who is someone who is absolutely irreplaceable to you?
Irreplaceable?
Irreplaceable.
Oh, well, my son.
Yeah. If you could make out with anyone for 5 minutes, who would it be?
Rihanna.
Now or skinny out Rihanna?
Now Rihanna.
Yeah. Skinny is always the wrong answer. That's asking for outrage. What's the least you've worn in public?
The least I've worn?
Yeah, have you streaked?
I mean, I've had sex like in a pool before, and like
public?
Of course in my car.
Was there like people
around? It was the apartment pool. It was the apartment pool, and it was like midnight. It was the only ones in there. I don't know if that counts, but if we're talking about actually just worn, I've worn
just like
straight,
walk around.
Yeah, just straight boxers before.
Okay. Okay, this is a bonus round. I'm gonna give you 5 of these. Basically, it's me or not me. So you say me if you think it's something that applies to you, not me if it's something that you don't really do. Look out for only yourself.
Not me.
Competitive.
Yeah, me.
Likes change.
Me.
Traditional.
Not me.
Procrastination.
Me.
Always wonder why.
Me.
Takes criticism well.
Me.
Got to prove my point.
Huh?
Got to prove my point.
Me.
Sensitive.
Sensitive. Elaborate. Like, how you mean? Enlighten me.
However you want to take that word.
Me?
Not that Drake. Risk taker.
Me.
Drained by people.
Not me.
Calm in the storm.
Me.
Hey, that's it. And the calculations say you are a douchebag.
Ain't no calculations for that damn shit.
That's pretty cool though. Yeah, I guess that's it. I love you guys for listening. Please subscribe, like, comment, do all of the previously mentioned. And thank you for listening. And you guys have a lovely day. Oh, you want to say anything? I'm bad.
I just want to say, watch Rick and Morty because that shit is fucking hilarious. This 4th season.
Oh yeah.
Super fucking hilarious.
Cool. And we out. You guys have a nice one, man.
Peace.
Bad bitches in my celly. Hello. Anime on the telly. Getting cheese, I like lettuce, green, and I'm stacking bread like a